years or so. Um, Most of the time was spent on the computer, anyways. So, like, I'm going to I'm going to say it was like one third of the time that we spent in school, I guess, was spent on computers, and like another third probably was spent on my phone, anyway. So it doesn't really matter all that much. I guess what I wanted to say, especially now, um, in this digital age we live in, people don't really pay attention anymore, like at all. So, and even I'm saying this right now, because even my attention span is so short. Like I can barely concentrate on anything longer than like 30 seconds. And to add to the fact that you almost get no lunch breaks. Like we had like two big breaks on average. Um, I don't know what they were, like 30 minutes each. Um, if you split it across the day, that's not really nearly enough, as much time as you need to recharge, especially now with phones and teachers just can't tell the students to put the phones away. Like it's impossible, nearly impossible. I don't know the school I went to, like high school. That was, I guess, the last time that I spent in high school was early 2015. No, wrong. Um, I guess it was early 2016. The last time I spent in school, where I really attended it, because I started not going and not committing to school in like at the end of 2015, and I really started like slowly skipping school. Like it was at the beginning it was like every other day, and then it started balling up into every other week, and eventually I just completely stopped going to school, and I didn't even tell my parents. Like, sure, they could have known that I didn't go. Like, especially my aunt. I remember she noticed that something was wrong. Um, I didn't really talk all that much to my family at that time. I mean, I guess it's now 8 years ago that I last spent a day in high school, but I still remember, even back then, I didn't really have any energy. Like after second periods, yeah, after second periods, all of the energy is already used up, right? And there's no more energy left to concentrate on anything, and it's just it's just a waste of energy, really. And I remember shortly before I dropped out, I spent a lot of time in this place where I'm at right now, and it's a cemetery that's right next to where I lived back then. I don't live here anymore, unfortunately. It's a really rich neighborhood. I spent a lot of days here sitting with my computer, and I remember it was time spent well. It was actually quite relaxing that I spent the time here. And now in retrospect, when I look back, I don't really regret dropping out of school at all. Because I never really got a job anyways. Like it's so hard in this economy, it's so fucked to even get a job. Even with bachelor's degrees, people struggle to get even the most basic junior level entry positions, and it just sucks. And this economy is not made for people to go through school more than like, I'd say, 9 years. And recently my brother also dropped out, and I don't know, he's 17 right now. So that's when I started skipping classes, and it was like I was in a specialized high school. It wasn't just a normal high school. We had to work with computers. Um, it's almost like going to college for computer science, except it isn't college. It's just high school. And especially with the computers in class, people started playing video games, and most of the time was spent playing some stupid ass browser games, or some people even played Minecraft. I remember. Uh, and that's when I stopped committing, and I knew from the get go. Right when I started that 10th 10th grade in September 2015, I knew from the get go that this was gonna be a very bad idea to even commit. And so it was, I don't know, September, I guess. And September I started skipping, especially PE classes. Like in the afternoon, I just stopped going, and I didn't really see a point going to physical education either way, because I was already pretty athletic during my childhood. And that's when it starts. Like you stop going to a class here, a class there, and next thing you know is you skip the whole week, and you don't really like keep track of time. It was like having summer break the whole year for me, because I stopped committing doing homework, and I would actually recommend you do the same, because nobody cares. Really, nobody in this fucking world cares that you did your homework on March 3rd, 2014. Like, nobody cares, and nobody asks any questions about that. Even with people that didn't drop out, and that actually went through with it, even they can't remember shit from what they did back then, and it isn't even useful at all. Like, you learn the most basic shit from, I guess, 6th to 9th grade, yeah, and that's exactly where you're allowed to drop out, like 9th grade. That's why my brother dropped out just recently, last year, actually. And like, I've been talking to him, and I told him to drop out. Like, I knew from the get-go that he wasn't gonna finish school. Like, my mom knew that as well. And I would just stay away from school as far as possible. Like, at the age of 16, I would let us drop out. I would say everybody should do the exact same thing, because it's just a waste of time. You're not gonna get a job. It's not guaranteed that you even get an entry level position. Either way, what I wanted to say is, don't go to school. You're never gonna get a foothold in this world, in this economy. And I would just spend time with your parents and actually communicate that you don't go to school. Because one of my old pals, his sister, she dropped out as well, but she dropped out right when the pandemic hit. So I guess she was one of those kids that stopped committing as well. And there's a lot of us out there like that are completely disconnected from school, education, uh, jobs, even from their own families. And I know that I'm not the only one. So there's no point. There's no point. And you see the dropout rates, especially here in Europe, is all across the board. Not just university, but actually high school as well. It's just so high at the moment. Like I can count at least 4 people that didn't make it through high school, and if not more, if I'm being honest. Um, I don't know. This is getting longer than I expected. I'm probably gonna post an update about this. I don't know how you guys watching will feel about this. Some of you may went through school. Some of y'all finished it and got a job. Like that's good. If you finished high school and if you finished your bachelor's and you got a job that is something other than waitress or working at McDonald's, I guess you could say that you won. Not that you actually won anything remotely valuable, but you got a job and you could actually move out of your parents' home. Because a lot of us, we couldn't do shit. And I know that once I started getting jobs, like little jobs here and there on the side, I started stacking up some money. And of course, like every other 20-year-old, I, I spent it on stocks and just gambled it away, which sucks now when I look back. In hindsight, it really sucks. Because if I'd saved up all that money that I made from doing side hustles and leeching off my grandparents, I I'd probably sitting at around 25 to 30,000 euros. But I guess I didn't, and I spent it on experiences and some other shit like clothes. And if you see this video, and you are like 15, 16, I would want you to listen carefully to what I have to say now. You're gonna be needing every fucking cent and penny later on in life. So it's better to not gamble that money and to really just save it all up. Like, and of course, you're gonna have to spend some money on clothes, some money on, like, sometimes you go to Starbucks or whatever, McDonald's, who cares? I'd say that's around 10% of your whole money should go to things like that. Not that I can manage my money better. No, I'm completely the opposite now. But that's a whole nother reason for that. But I guess if you're 16 now and you don't want to fuck up like I did, you better be saving up every single penny, and especially keeping track of it, of all of it. Now with online banking, you can see all the money that you spent, all the money that you saved up, and you should definitely be keeping track of all those finances that you have going through your accounts or account. So I'm probably gonna have to post another video because it's getting really long now, and it feels like people are watching me. I'm not sure, but anyways, I hope you guys having a good day, and I don't know what you guys think about that. about the school system and how it really sucks. Let me know. Okay, bye.